How does this sound now? Good. So, has some issues with Courseplay right now. So what we're doing is we're hauling our corn out of our silos here, selling at the ethanol plant. So I went ahead and I overlaid the actual satellite image for the PDA. Really like the look of it. So this ethanol plant doesn't actually belong here, but we needed a sell point for our grain. So it's kind of what we're working with now. Pretty cool operation here. What's up, guys? Ryan Wolf, Matt, Farming, etc. Little Castro. So this guy's on the struggle bus trying to go up the hill. This hill actually isn't this steep, so I need to go back and adjust this road here. Um, the thing with doing DEM elevations is you can only get so precise with it, but this thing is about 3 degrees too steep in this area. Right where the ford is up there is where it starts to go down, so this is kind of like a hump that really shouldn't be here. This ridge road, you actually kind of you have to go up a slight incline to get on that road. So um, if this map is ever finished, FS19 would have been been here and gone. Just to give you a time frame. So I'm actually gonna hop in this truck and drive for a bit here. There goes another one of our trucks, Ford. There goes our other K-Dub. So this area of the map really isn't developed much at all. Just has some trees. This road brings you right into downtown, which you can see is non-existent, but this hill as well is a little steep. Um, but not by much though. So what I think I'm gonna do when these grain bins are emptied is I'm gonna actually sell them, and I'm gonna make a grain bin operation in GE. Um, just because this farm that we're farming now, they have suck up bins. Um, it's a little hard to unload these things with augers, especially with the snow. So we can pretty much empty this one silo. We're pulling from both of them right now, but we can empty this one silo full of grain. Not quite. So it is winter since the last time, and I've just kind of been working on sprucing up the old eastern border over here with some roads and trees and power lines. You can see this is where the grass goes when it's winter with the season's mod. Anyways, I'm gonna send this guy back on his way. So we have a course going from our bins all the way to our ethanol plant over here. So you can kind of see this is pretty much the only developed areas over here, and then it pretty much stops. So this is all residential houses, so it's just kind of fluff stuff. This is an industrial park that needs to get developed, really non-functional things that just aesthetic, you know, more houses and stuff over here. So there goes our Ford. And then over here is kind of another quarry I've been working on. So eventually, you'll be able to do some mining and things on this map, I guess. Where's our... Looks like our other K-dub has left the building here. Which is bizarre. Because it was behind was behind the Ford. Or maybe that was the Kenworth. I also went and updated the train tracks here using the 17 model. It's a lot more high poly than the 15 one. So we're using the Jetco egg hoppers here. A little overkill with the. See if I can. When you do the fold and unfold animation on this, it doesn't really move the third axle. I need to look into the seasons mod so it swaps my ground texture so the grass looks a little bit more dead. Same with the distance terrain. So the downside with Courseplay is, especially with these augers, for whatever reason it thinks it's always in traffic. But it works for getting it there and back. You just kind of have to fiddle around with it. So this thing is out of corn. Which means we're going to be pulling out of this bin here. So that goes full. So we probably have another 4 loads or so of corn out of this. No one has leaked this map yet. No one has it, so I'm not sure how anyone would be able to. Alright, so this guy is fully loaded here. Send this guy on his way. I don't know. Courseplay is having a heck of a time with these weight scales. Um, no one in this community has the ability to hack someone else's computer. Hate to tell you that. Especially when your Ethernet network is on a VPN. Please play on Windchaser. Sorry, that I don't think I'm ever gonna play that map again. I'm pretty much over it. I'm on to bigger, better things here. Oh, that's why this thing gets messed up. Now the Ford's slipping. These guys, I just don't know what they're doing. What do I think of the release of FS19? It hasn't been released, so I don't really think anything of it. I've seen the CGI trailer, which, is geared towards getting you excited and then pretty much being a disappointment when you get the actual game. Um, I know that John Deere's in it. I kind of figured it was going to be in this game or the next one. It's just, everyone else in agriculture is, so it's just made sense. Um, but I think it's going to be heavily European based. This guy doesn't even slow down. It's going to be heavily European based equipment. It's probably going to be limited equipment. Um, but you never know. They'll probably end up coming out with a couple DLCs with, decent equipment in this game. But I really think it's going to be pretty similar to 17. There's going to be dramatic differences. I mean, all the crops and terrain's going to be the same. So essentially, it's no major changes, just added equipment and some fluff features. So nothing to get overly excited about. In terms of John Deere, we've had John Deere, in this game. I mean, look at my shed. It's filled with John Deere, so I'm not overly excited about the whole Giants John Deere thing. 'Cause they're not going to come out with large American implements, like the 2623 or the 2730. They're not going to come out with the big DB planners and things like that, or the C850 grain card things. Well, maybe they will. I'd be generally surprised if they did. So we're gonna hop in this guy. One thing that would be nice if they came out with bushes you can place in GE that you can destroy with either a plow or a chainsaw. And if you can have pastures, this is all, you know, doing pastures with animals, I figured that'd be a little difficult, but one thing I have that kind of confuses me in that CGI trailer is the for sale sign sold when he goes into the farm. So maybe that's kind of a little foreshadowing as to maybe you can start buying locations, which would be great. The whole field auction aspect from 13 that where fields and things, now equipment just goes on sale, but in 13, fields used to be auctioned. You can buy fields for cheaper. They took that out in 15, and also they took it out. They never re-added it in 17, so maybe they're bringing that back in 19 and, expanding on that a bit, which would be, a nice feature. Or like you can go to auctions and buy cattle and things like that. I mean, with this game, there's so much potential as to what you can do. Um, one thing they need to really get on is beef operation. They have pig. Apparently, they're adding horses for whatever reason. But you really need to add beef. Yeah, the cattle's that's one thing. If you look at the cattle and crops videos, um the uh the tractor's driving through the pasture and the cows are kind of like running away from the tractor. That's the kind of the game isn't anywhere near um where this game is, I would say, in gameplay, but it's so much more realistic. It's the backbone of that game is far superior to this one. So, I think these ramps are a little steep. So this is actually the co-op, federated co-op needs some tender loving care to get this spruced up over here in the airport. So this guy's fully loaded, heading back. Why does this chick turn on the beacons? There we go. Don't really need beacons on the road here. So there isn't much to do around the farm right now. We went ahead and bought a land roller here so we can roll some ground. Not the big one. I think we could always get a power washer and start washing some stuff, which we should probably do, right? Baseball. Where to put it? Just put it right there. Be done with it. Wow, $4,500. These guys are on the struggle bus trying to go up uh, this hill, which is exaggerated. So stop this guy. One day when this, map gets pretty close to being finished, it'll be cool with all the detail and I think what I'm gonna do is I actually deleted the snow that was here. There was a bunch of snow on the ground, but I'm gonna have to put the snow mask onto these main roads because um, you can't get any grip with the trucks. So That way it kind of mimics like the city's plowing the main roads here. Oh wow, the Kenworth got here already? The truck is fast. So we should be able to empty the rest of the corn out of this bin. This thing was completely full. Um, so between the two bins, we've emptied out about um, 30,000 bushel of corn here. And this will probably be our last trailer of corn. Yep. And then we can move to emptying out our beans. I don't think we have that much for beans. So it's going to be all of our corn. So we can come out here, we can... Oh, really? We're at a... So this auger is done. So I'll move him over here. Like I could chill there. Alright, it looks like we're gonna empty out maybe two and a half loads or something. T880 slipping. What the heck? What the heck? I think these scales are a little too high or something. Oh, it's emptying out this small little grain door here. Interesting. Send that guy on his way. This guy's trying to go up a hill. So not a whole lot going on here. Let's see here. I mean, think about it, this is a pretty steep hill. Might be my weekend project to fix this area. So the crop farm life is a little boring here in the winter. So what we probably will do is we'll trade it in our new haul, and I'm not sure if there's a 670 and the John Deere pack that custom modding release. The last time I looked, it was just a 680, 690, but I'm a fan of the 670. So I think we'll keep our 8-row head. Don't really feel like upgrading to a 16-row. So this is an old barn. I'm assuming this used to be an old dairy farm at one point that they've kind of converted into a sizable grain farm here. Where is our other truck? So we're gonna fill this guy up with beans. And yes, we're gonna be selling beans at the ethanol plant because that's our only sell point at this time. You know, downside is in today's society is with the current administration, they're kind of getting away from green energy fuels and really going gun ho on gasoline and coal. So that means like an operation like ours in this game, where we rely on ethanol plants to purchase our product, you know, they're gonna start going out of business again here, not taking as much. So that means me, the farmer, I'm gonna be a starving dog here. Soybeans. What happened to the dairy I used to play at? It's still over there. It's just way up on the north end. I can run over there fast here for you. So this is kind of what I've been focusing on, is just sprucing up this border over here. So when you're playing on the edge of the map, it doesn't feel like you're at the edge of the map. It feels a little bit more like you're playing more in the middle of the map. So that's something that's kind of really been bugging me, and I'm just trying to make it a little bit more, with the trees and the power lines, and even the train tracks going back there. And here's the Semstone plant, not functional at the moment. There's some mini storage units that will be going here, and some other buildings that I get around to. But that other dairy, um, still up here. So this is over here. Tiny little farm. Not much going on. Spent a lot of time over in this area just getting fences and things built. Started on getting some fences around these fields, kind of how they are. Um, but yeah, it's, a map this size, it takes forever. Basically, what I've been trying to do is just kind of gradually work um, the area that I'm playing at the moment, and try to just spruce up areas around that. And it kind of keeps, instead of trying to do everything and build an area that you're not even working on, it seems to kind of keep me, in the game here. You probably won't have this done before 19 drops. Yeah, it's 100% certain. It's a no-brainer. This guy's hauling beans. This guy's hauling ass back to the farm. But, it's surprisingly difficult to line up a satellite image to your PDA. This thing took me a while to get perfectly lined up. Alright. Whoa. Superman speed. So, looks like we're gonna have a little bit of beans left for our Kenworth, which is here. Gonna send that guy on his way. And then we just have a little bit left. Did I make the Coon Knight? Yes, the mixer and the spreader. Alright, so we are fully out of grain in our bins here. I'm gonna delete these bins because I'm gonna make a new operation in Giants Editor here. Do I want to sell that? Yes. Do I want to sell this? Yes. Because the way they have it set up in real life, can't really do in game here. Alright, so that's all she wrote. Okay. What the hell? What's he hitting? I'm so confused. So I'm gonna empty this trailer. Then I'll probably end the stream here and get myself another coffee and fix some of those roads in Blender here. And alright guys, so I'm gonna call it a day here. Thanks for watching.